And a part of that is going to be what's going on with Neuralink now. So we're getting some stuff, which, I mean, the metaverse could be a part of Neuralink where it's all done in your head. I mean, we're at this point where this technology is real. So it could just literally be a thing where you just, just push the side of your head and all of a sudden you're in a virtual world type of thing. You zone out. But Musk is now looking to expand Neuralink trials to human trials within 6 months. He's talking about getting to the FDA. He said maybe within 6 months to get this thing to go, even though he's being quote unquote investigated for his trials on monkeys, because there's been a boatload of monkeys that have died from him testing the Neuralink stuff on there. Either way, he's talking about going to the FDA within 6 months. Here's a video of him announcing it and talking about some other stuff. Check this out.
We've been working hard to be ready for our first human, and obviously we want to be extremely careful and certain that it will work well before putting a device in a human. But we've submitted, I think, most of our paperwork to the FDA, and we think probably in about 6 months we should be able to have our first Neuralink in a human. So now this video is now 18 months old. So this is Pager, who is playing monkey mind pong. So this is Pager has a Neuralink implant in this video, and the thing that's interesting is that you can't even see the neural implant. So we've miniaturized the neural implant to the point where it matches the thickness of the skull that is removed. So it's essentially it's sort of like having an Apple Watch or a Fitbit, replacing a piece of skull with like a smartwatch, for lack of a better analogy. So you can see, you really can't. He looks he's normal. And I think that's pretty important. If you have a Neuralink device, like I could have a Neuralink device implanted right now, and you wouldn't you wouldn't even know. I mean, hypothetically, maybe one of these demos. In fact, one of these demos I will. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I don't know about you guys. Maybe I'm not the best person because I know I'm not the easiest person to listen to. I stumble with my words all the time. I have a hard time explaining things and whatnot. But man, Musk is really boring to listen to. I'm just gonna be honest. I don't know. He's just. Either way, getting past that, I hope you guys could pay attention to what he's talking about. He's talking about this stuff where you're going to be plugged in fully and they're going to be able to control things. He's talking about how it's going to help people get their sight back and get their hearing back and all this stuff. But this man is creating literally exactly what the WEF has been pushing for and promoting and talking about for so long. This thing, I mean, you're talking about the ability to relive memories, move human data into computers and other stuff. I mean, the elites, they're talking about how they'll be able to live forever once they move, their memories and who they are from their brain. And that's not how it works. Who we are is our soul, pretty much. That's why we have to get to Jesus, because in order to live forever in his presence, he has to save our soul. That's what makes us human, and you can't transfer that like they're talking about doing. But that's what he's doing. It's about uniting the human and the machine, and it's going to, I really believe this is going to play a part fully in what they're doing. Basically what it is, it's about becoming gods. This is about reaching, in their words, godlike tier. This is about getting back to basically the Tower of Babel days, because back then when they built the tower, it was all about they thought they were gods type of thing. We'll talk about that a little bit later. But just to confirm what I'm talking about, the WEF recently just had a meeting that was, it's about becoming cyborgs. Just a quick little video just so you get what's going on.
We're going to start the When Humans Become Cyborg session. You know, I always want to be a cyborg. I'm waiting for the day to become one, but let's see. Like today, we like to really talk about the recent developments of brain-computer interface and how that's really blurring the line between man and machine.
Okay. She, at the WEF meeting, just confirmed exactly what I'm talking about. It's about human brain computing cyborg type of thing. That's exactly what Musk is building. Gonna go off on this a little bit because I really want people to understand what is going on. Musk is being pushed as some type of conservative hero. They think that he's going to be this guy that is going to lead us back to freedom. He's going to fix things, but this is something that many ignore. Many ignore what he's doing with his Tesla cars, with his Neuralink stuff, his open AI program, other things I can't talk about on YouTube. He's doing all this stuff behind the scenes, but many are ignoring it because he's gone out and bought Twitter, and he's doing the Twitter files where he's releasing this information about a certain laptop and a certain election that we've known this stuff for years, and we know nothing is going to change or happen because of it. But he's being touted as some beautiful leader, conservative leader, because he's putting that out, and they are completely ignoring everything else that he's doing behind the scenes. Probably going to ruffle some feathers with this, but I don't care. I'm not here to make people like me. I'm here to give you guys the truth. Almost no conservatives or conservative media outlets have covered his transhumanist WEF plan with Neuralink, but have been tripping over themselves because of the files on the laptop and election stuff we've already known. All the conservative stuff are completely ignoring his transhumanism WEF stuff that he's working on because he's talking about and releasing information on stuff that makes them happy. That's all they care about. They care about, oh, they messed up Trump and Biden's a criminal. That's what they're focused on, and they're ignoring everything else. They're pushing it over to the side. This is the stuff that the left does as well. They only focus on what they want to focus on that pushes their agenda, and then they forget everything else. This is how it works. It's a trend because conservatives, again, I'm going to ruffle some feathers. It's a trend because conservatives focused on the election stuff while Trump's presidency ended in mass lockdowns, mass vitamin sales and mandates, which he promoted. If you don't know, Trump actually has money in a certain vitamin company, and pardons for Democrats and leftists. Everybody wants to ignore that stuff that Trump did and how his presidency ended because everybody on the conservative and right side was focused on the election stuff. This is something I continue to talk about with Days of Deception. This is something that I continue to talk about how everybody, including Elon Musk and Trump, are reading from the same script. They want you split. They want you divided. They want you looking at Trump as some type of person, Elon Musk looking at some type of person. They want you looking at, or the left side, they want them looking at Biden and Kamala Harris as this type of thing. This is how it's working. You ignore the stuff that makes them look bad, and you focus on the stuff that somehow messed up what they were doing. Just like the left, conservatives are blinded by self-seeking and pro-individual agendas, ignoring the very thing that you should be focused on, just like Elon Musk. Everybody on the right and the conservative side is so focused on his Twitter files, they are completely ignoring that he's a transhumanist and he's pushing exactly, literally to the word, you just heard it on video, to the word, the plan that the WEF wants. But they're not talking about that. They're ignoring that to talk about some election and laptop stuff that's going to change nothing. It's like a dog chasing its tail. It's just going to keep going round and round and round and round, and you're never going to catch it. You're never going to catch it. This is the Days of Deception stuff that I continue to talk about. You cannot be blinded. And we literally just saw it in action because Musk released his Twitter files on Friday. And then the following Monday, nobody had a clue. I saw literally one outlet talk about it. One out of all of them. And this is including the prophecy guys and the regular media and the alternate media stuff. I searched it all and I found one place that talked about it. And I put out a video about it, about the WHO getting together for their third meeting for that pandemic treaty that is literally forming one of the pillars for the Antichrist beast system. And nobody's talking about it. That's going on until tomorrow. It's a 3-day meeting. That thing is going to control everything. But nobody's talking about it. Everybody's focused on what Elon Musk or whatever Kanye was talking about with that stuff. I'm not even going to go there. But this is the days of deception. This is the complete manipulation. It's the magician's code. It's what I talked about where when one hand is doing all this movement over here, you always need to watch the other hand. It's like the second oldest trick in the book. The other one is pull my finger. Whenever somebody says that, don't ever pull the finger. Just saying.